To get started with MetaPractice, you'll need to create an account. Note that if you already have an account, you'll want to use the link below to log in. After you create an account, you'll be asked for your name. Now, it might seem odd at first to see yourself as one of your own students, but this is normal. When you sign up as a teacher, you automatically get your own student account. Having yourself appear in the list of students will allow you to try out MetaPractice before deciding if you want to use it with your students. Tapping on your own student card, you can give yourself a lesson and assign goals. You could then download the student app and log in with the same teacher login credentials to see what it would be like to practice those goals as a student. It's easy for you to connect with students. You can use the Add Student feature, or alternately, go to the Settings, followed by Students under the Connections heading, then Add New. You can allow students to send you a connection request by giving students your ID, or alternately, students can give you their ID, which you can type in when you click on Add New. Both the teacher and the student apps make it easy to text IDs to each other with the Copy to Clipboard feature. Either way, the other person types or pastes the shared ID into their own app, and this generates a request to connect. The other person will receive this request the next time they use MetaPractice and be prompted to accept or reject it. Once connected, the teacher will show up in the student's list of teachers, and the student will show up in the teacher's list of students, in this case, John Doe. I'll skip over the process of assigning goals to John Doe since the next video will show how this is done, but suppose you want to see how John Doe's practice routine will go after you assign him goals. First, tap on his name to bring up his information card, then use the Simulate Practice feature. You'll get to see exactly what the student's practicing will be like. Now, suppose John doesn't use MetaPractice. In fact, maybe he doesn't even have access to a device. You can still have MetaPractice automatically email the goals you assign to John each week immediately after each lesson, which John or his parents can print out or practice from an email program. To do this, just give John a lesson, then tap on Lesson Options. Notice the email option here. I'll tap on Add, type in his email address, and that's it. As soon as I conclude this lesson, John receives an email from MetaPractice with all of John's goals that week attached. Suppose you gave John a lesson on Monday, but on Tuesday you realize you forgot to assign a piece or goal to him. You can use the Edit feature for this to edit the previously assigned goals. Once you update the assigned goals, MetaPractice will email the updated goals to the student if you have specified an email address. Please note that this will also erase any practice stats the student has accumulated for the current practice week. Finally, suppose John develops a passion for falconry and decides to give up piano and pursue falconry instead. Disconnecting can only be done from Settings, again from the student's screen. Just tap on the student's name, then choose the Disconnect option. The student will disappear from your list. You will also disappear from the students list of active teachers, but your students will still see you in a separate list of disconnected teachers at the bottom of their list, and the students will always be able to go back and review the goals that you had assigned them. This is because when you assign goals to students, students take ownership of those goals, not you. Just like in real life, when you write goals down into a student's notebook or into a student's sheet music. Obviously, when you're disconnected, you won't have any way to assign new goals to the student, but the student will always have the option of viewing their old goal book, which contains all of their past goals assigned from all lessons with you.